Alright, what is up, my friends? Welcome to another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. We got a pretty cool one for you today. Now, what you're looking at right now is not the deck we're going to play in this video. It's the inspiration for it. So I found this deck list online a while back. I put it on my stream for a Boros land destruction deck, utilizing mostly the interaction between Boom and Flagstones of Trokair and Cascading Cataracts, allowing you to cast your Boom on turn 2 without losing a land, and otherwise other land destruction elements, and then featured a pretty wacky package here of like Crack the Earth and Greater Gargadon and Chromatic Star, so on and so forth. Played the deck, it was pretty sweet, but the whole Crack the Earth thing just didn't really work. Your opponent would go turn 1 Arkham's Astrolabe, and you look at your Crack the Earth and you feel really stupid, but the deck played pretty well, honestly. The Boom Busts were really cool, Molten Rains, Ajani Vengeant, things like that. So, wanted to try a version of a deck that kept some of those elements, Mana Tithe, Boom Bust, etc., but lost the whole cutesy Crack the Earth, Ichor Wellspring, Greater Gargadon thing, which looks really cool, but just didn't really work well for the metagame. So, this is what I brewed up. We have a Boros land destruction deck here, and we are looking to kill some lands, and we're taking some elements of other decks that I've liked previously in Modern, and we're trying to put them all together, basically. So, again, at the core, we're a land destruction deck. We are trying to kill our opponent's lands, put them off balance, and then, just deploy a planeswalker that they can't deal with, and kind of run away with the game here. So, again, we have Boom Bust in conjunction with Flagstones of Trokair and Cascading Cataracts. So, Boom is a 2-mana land destruction spell, but you got to kill your own land too. However, if you kill Cascading Cataracts, well, you can't kill Cascading Cataracts because it's indestructible. So you got the Cascading Cataracts, and then we have the Flagstones of Trokair. Whenever it dies, you go find a Plains card, so go get a Sacred Foundry. So if you have any of these 8 lands in play, you have a 2-mana Stone Rain. That's it, just 2-mana Stone Rain. And given that they won't even print a 3-mana Stone Rain anymore, 2-mana Stone Rain's pretty good. So, Boom Bust comes along with Molten Rain and Pillage from our land destruction core. And I guess Ajani Vengeant is helping out a little bit there too, keeps the land tapped. And we're also playing, of course, a nice bevy of removal spells here that are cheap. So, Lightning Bolt, of course, and Flame Slash, kind of an underutilized card. Kills Thought-Knot Seer, kills Dryad of Elysian Grove, Courser of Crufix, kills a lot of things that Bolt doesn't kill. And we're definitely not really looking to go to the face of this deck. So Flame Slash is very, very good. And also, Mana Tithe. So your opponent's being, their mana's being constrained. How about 1 mana counterspell? How's that sound? So obviously not amazing as the game goes on, but works very well with the core strategy. So land destruction, cheap removal, and cheap counterspells. And then our win con and our sort of engine is our planeswalkers. So Chandra, Torch of Defiance needs no introduction. Obviously one of the better red planeswalkers ever printed. Kills things, makes mana, draws cards. Ajani's great. Ajani's kind of a pseudo Stone Rain that can also be a Lightning Helix, and they can build up to ultimate to kill all their lands. But the other two are interesting. So Chandra, Acolyte of Flames, he's playing standard. This card's actually pretty sweet. This is sort of our Snapcaster mage of choice. Chandra can be a threat. You can make creatures attack with them. Sure, that's fine. It can also add loyalty to all of our planeswalkers, so our Nahiri, Ajani, and Chandra can all ultimate faster. That part's pretty cool too, but we can -2 and flashback spells. We can flashback a Pillage or a Molten Rain. We can flashback a Lightning Bolt if we have to, or a Flame Slash. So kind of like the Snapcaster mage of a deck, and can Snapcaster twice before dying, and then if you plus it once, you can do it again, obviously. So that's pretty sweet. Unfortunately, we can't flashback Boom Bust because the rules change makes this card cost 8 total. But the real exciting factor is Nahiri the Harbinger. Now, I played Jeskai Nahiri a few years ago. Me, Pete Ingram, and some of the Team MTG boys, the OGs, played Jeskai Nahiri a lot in Modern. And kind of fall out of favor. But Nahiri the Harbinger is basically a 1-card combo. Nahiri costs 4. It pluses to loot, which is fine. It can minus to kill things, but its -8 is simply tutor for a card and sneak attack it, and then it goes to your hand. So with Emrakul, it's a 1-shot kill for the most, not always a kill, but most of the time a kill. And pretty powerful effect. It goes off after 2 turns of plussing. And just a really powerful card in that we can loot with it. It's kind of an engine. It can kill things if you need to. And then unchecked, it wins the game in a few turns. So slam us down after a Stone Rain on turn 3. We're feeling pretty good about things. And to turn 3 it, we have Talisman of Conviction. And one of the Modern Horizons kind of sneaky cards here. The Modern Horizons finish the Talisman cycle. And casting our 4-mana Planeswalkers on turn 3 is pretty good. But the cool thing about Talisman is we can ramp our mana, but also cast a spell that turn. So we have 10 cards in our deck that Talisman of Conviction that can cast the turn you cast it. So we go turn 1, Lightning Bolt Noble Hierarch. Turn 2, Talisman, say go. And they go to cast a 2-drop. We can Mana Tithe it. And then untap and Molten Rain them. So plays pretty well in the deck. Obviously, we're a little concerned with being mana flooded with the mana sources, but with Nahiri looting and a full set of Sunbaked Canyons, shouldn't have to worry about that one too much. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Otherwise, Wrath of God rounds out the strategy here. And that's a deck. Kill some lands, kill some stuff, play some Planeswalkers. Sideboard's got some holes to fill here. Obviously, if our opponent's not playing creatures, Wrath of God, Flame Slash, not going to be great. And we can bring in cards like Rabblemaster, and of course, Boil. Everyone loves a good Boil. And we got Celestial Purge for red and 6 and things like that. Timely against the burn decks and so on and so forth. Our graveyard hate card of choice is a Relic of Progenitus because Rest in Peace is a little awkward. If you actually draw Emrakul, what's pretty cool is Nahiri has built-in installation where you can loot it into your graveyard, and then it triggers and shuffles back in. So kind of cool. Never have to worry about drawing Emrakul. Rest in Peace screws that up though. Rest in Peace just exiles it. So Rest in Peace is a little scary. Trinisphere against combo decks and things like that. Rabblemaster, Anger of the Gods, all makes a pretty reasonable amount of sense. So that's the deck. Boros LD. Let's do this. I'm pretty pumped to try this new version of a deck, and let's see how it goes. But first, quick word from our sponsor at CoolStuffInc.com.
This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. To learn more about this deck, click the link in the video's description below to read Jim's article.
All right, let's go. Round 1, Boros land destruction. Let's kill some lands and make some people sad. And there we go. Perfect. So we got turn 2 Boom Bust, turn 3 Pillage, turn 4 Nahiri with a Flame Slash if necessary. It all works pretty well. Let's keep this. Being on the play is nice too. This is a spot where we wish our Slash was a bolt. So you could like bolt their creature if they play one, but not every deck plays a 1-mana creature. We get Thoughtseize here. It's a little awkward, I guess, but alright. I mean, our hand's still fine. They have decided if I want to take my LD effect or the Nahiri. The card Ren and 6, unfortunately, is really, really good against us. So John seems a little tough in game 1, realistically. Our Planeswalkers are good, but they took Pillage, but not Boom Bust, even though we have Flagstones in our hand. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, but sure. Alright, so give them the old Boom. Destroy our Flagstones in their land. Go get ourselves a Sacred Foundry. Alright, and say go. No Ren and 6 this turn. Pillage definitely a strange take, unless they have like artifacts in their deck. And they're saying go. We draw a Wrath of God. So not the most ideal card. Want a mana source to cast Nahiri next turn if possible. Looks like just good old Jund. Obviously, again, a Ren and 6 here would be kind of stinky. Nope, it's a Tarmogoyf. And there is sorcery, land. That's it. Sorcery and land in the graveyard. So we can Flame Slash this successfully. Or resolve Nahiri if we draw a land. Or Molten Rain. Now, if I Molten Rain, it just puts a sorcery in the graveyard. I think this is fine. We're going to some Molten Rain here. Don't care about taking damage from the Goyf. In worst case scenario, we can always Nahiri or Wrath the Goyf if we have to, so. It's not like we're stuck with only a Lightning Bolt and a Flame Slash to deal with this Tarmogoyf. Basically, our entire hand deals with it. Goyf gets in for 2. And that's it. Nothing left. Well, let's finish him off here. No Wrenn and 6 this game. I think our opponent made a pretty critical error with the Boom Bust and Thoughtseize. Not sure why you'd want to do that, but alright. Draw. Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. Now again, I'm pretty interested in like not just spending our entire turn to kill this Goyf. Where should I play this? It's gonna take a hit from Goyf, obviously, but we'll just play it and plus it. It'll end up going to 3. We also have the ability to flashback to Stone Rains at that point, so if we untap and draw a land, we can go Flame Slash, flashback Pillage. Alright, they have drawn an Inquisition of Kozilek. So, even if they take a card here, they take the Bolt, the Goyf grows to a 3/4, doesn't really matter. Take the Flame Slash, sure. So, still a 2/3, attacks the Chandra. We draw a land, excellent. So, now we get to Wrath or Nahiri. Or flashback. It's flashing back a Molten Rain. Killing their land is pretty sweet. But we'll lose our Chandra if we do that. You probably just flashback or just play Nahiri and exile the Goyf. And then plus Chandra up. Doesn't mean they can bolt the Nahiri though. If they have a red source. Alternatively, you could just play Nahiri plus it and then plus Chandra. Although you want to discard the Lightning Bolts, which would make the Tarmogoyf bigger. I think it's still fine though. Goes just not discard Bolt at all. I think we want to discard the Bolt though, so. If we not discard the Bolt, the Goyf stays small. I'm just gonna keep it. No, plus up Chandra to plus my Planeswalkers up. And honestly, we can ultimate Nahiri next turn if they don't attack it, so it's kind of cool. Everything's working out pretty well this game. Sure, so kind of annoying. Then now I take the Bolt and they get to attack my Nahiri for 3. But we can just flash back the... Alright, so we can just flash back the Flame Slash here and kill the Tarmogoyf. We're going to plus Nahiri, and I think we're not going to loot anything. I want to keep this Wrath of God, I think. So plus Nahiri. We'll Molten Rain, and we'll minus the Chandra to get back the Flame Slash. And opponent does not want to die of a flawless victory. So we get him. So definitely not an easy matchup though. We're going to want our relics and our purges. I would say our bolts don't feel great. They can pressure planeswalkers, but I'm also not super happy with Talisman of Conviction in a matchup where we're getting Thoughtseized. And then Rabblemaster, it's interesting. I don't know how great it is. We'll want to play for game 3 maybe, but kind of want to keep the Rats. I think most of the Planeswalkers seem good. Kind of like cutting the Talismans and a couple bolts. I'm not in love with Mana Tithe on the draw, because if they see it with a Thoughtseize, they get to play around it. Board out a land too. I like boarding out a land against Thoughtseize decks, especially on the draw. Definitely like these purges. Nahiri, Ajani. Nahiri's pretty good against them too, being able to exile a Goyf and things like that. The Wraths, don't think the Wraths are great, actually. I kind of want to leave in like, at least one Talisman. Just cut both Wraths. I guess like without Wrath, I mean, Nahiri can kill a Tarmogoyf. We have Relics too. Yeah, I think I like this. I don't think we want Wrath. You know, a lot of their threats are Planeswalkers, so it's only really good if they like Bloodbraid Elf-us. So you have Bolt, Bolt, / Purge, Purge to deal with things. And then as far as dealing with Tarmogoyf, we have Relic plus a burn spell or Nahiri or Flame Slash early in the game. Sure. Let's try this. Yeah, let's try this. I'm considering cutting a land for a Bolt, but not exactly sure how we want to do it. Okay, so open on the nuts again. Just Flagstones plus boom. Opponent ball against the 6. We have Mana Tithe, Relic, Nahiri, Molten Rain, all pretty sweet. Probably should be opening on Flagstones, leaving at Mana Tithe rather than playing Relic on turn 1. And they seem to have a discard spell, so you take Molten Rain again instead of Boom plus Flagstones. I don't really understand. Honestly. That's twice now. Alright. The Flagstones, they go. Chandra's a very good card, but we need to draw some lands, obviously, but we can cycle Relic if we need to. Alright, playing around Mana Tithe. That's awkward. That's what I was saying about once they see your hand and they see the Mana Tithe, they get worse, so... Alright, we're just gonna boom here. We're gonna kill their green source. Definitely need to draw land next turn, but since they have red and 6 here, it's pretty awkward, but nope. Black, green for Tarmogoyf. Sure. Flame Slash. Okay. Not drawing a land sucks, obviously. Playing Relic, we have land, sorcery, sorcery, and they have land, sorcery, so probably just kill this Tarmogoyf and leave up a Mana Tithe. Not drawing a land here is not ideal, obviously, but they're just going to say go. Gross. Alright. Play Relic. Could pop it and look for a land. They're pretty clearly playing around Mana Tithe here. But leaving it up has some value too. Making a land drop here is pretty important though. Problem is if we miss and take down Mana Tithe, it's pretty awful. Let me just say go. End of turn. Assassin's Trophy, my Sacred Foundry. I don't think I'm playing a Plains. If I remember correctly. I had it in for a little bit, but I decided it wasn't worth it, all of the non-red lands in the deck. Alright, so let's float a white, I guess. So we're going to crack this Relic after it resolves. Yeah. We're not playing a Plains. This is, we have 4 Flagstones and 4 Cataracts. This is all non-red lands. You got the most red lands possible. And we're just going to crack this Relic right now, I think. Kind of not ideal. Huh. Well, thankfully, they decided to do that in my second main phase and not at the end of turn. So, there you go. Alrighty then. That's a big mama. Alright. I mean, we're not going to kill one of our lands here. We're just going to say go again. Blackleaf Cliffs, go. 3 cards in hand. This has been an extremely awkward hand. Really hard to get more awkward than drawing all 4 mana Planeswalkers in Emrakul with only 3 lands in play. Alright, so Leona's fine. We certainly have way more cards than they do, so let's discard Emrakul. I would say that, you know, our Planeswalkers play very well into the Liliana low resource plan, so let's just draw land, basically. And Cascading Cataracts would be ideal. Or a Lightning Bolt. Just go. It's turn 8. Thoughtseize. We're going to bolt Liliana, so we don't want to be under the threat of ultimate here, so our hand's pretty beefy. Like, I mean, Nahiri is probably our best card, so I can't take that. Plus Liliana, we pitch a Mana Tithe. It's extraneous at this point. Just want to draw lands and cast Planeswalkers if possible. It's interesting they would choose to hit the boom bust now. Seems a little odd to me, but sure. They're going to leave themselves with 1 card in hand. Discarding Kolaghan's Command, sure. So, draw land here. Cool. It's not a bad one either. And I'm pretty sure we're trying to get Nahiri going as soon as possible. And we're going to loot away this Mana Tithe, probably. There's your Cataracts. Don't think we're going to keep that, though. So I have 1 card left. Is it another Assassin's Trophy? If it is, I mean, we just have Sunbaked Canyons at the ready, so it's pretty cool. Alright, that's not bad, honestly. I mean, now we have 5 lands in play with 2 Canopy lands. They have nothing but Liliana. And we have Nahiri and Chandra. So they play fetch land, plus that. We'll discard Cataracts. Now we draw a land. We can actually go Chandra and Nahiri in 1 turn, which is pretty awesome. So, and again, we have 2 Canopy lands in play too. So, or a Celestial Purge. I guess we're going to Chandra Purge now, because we can do both of those in 1 turn. So, Planeswalkers, of course, play very, very well against the Liliana. Liliana wants the both players to be super resource light, and if both players are resource light, they can't deal with Planeswalkers. So we are playing off the top, except we have a Planeswalker in play and a Planeswalker in our hand and 2 Canopy lands. So I'd say we're pretty ahead here. They draw like Bloodbraid Elf or something. Sure, things get ugly, but they don't. So cool. Untap. Draw Nahiri. Suppose we're going to exile our top card before we do anything. Adding mana doesn't really matter at this point, so. Top card is a Talisman of Conviction. Well, we can cast that and play Nahiri. I think I would almost rather just play Nahiri and leave Bolt up. So if they do draw Bloodbraid Elf, we can defend our Planeswalkers, so we're not going to cast that. It's not really worth it. So you go. 2 Planeswalkers, 1 turn away from ultimating is pretty good place to be. What's top card, opponent? You got a good one for us? Apparently not. Alright, sweet. That game worked out really well for us, honestly. I mean, no Ren 6 is obviously very, very lucky for us, but everything went pretty according to plan. We killed some lands, and then we played some Planeswalkers, and we won the game. Pretty sweet. Oh, no, I meant to mention this in the deck tech. We're playing Talisman of Conviction over Boros Signet, which might seem better at first because it's pain-free, but because it can cast our one mana spells. So, again, turn 2 can play Talisman of Conviction and cast one of our one mana spells. Boros Signet can't do that. So, a little more painful, but the ability to play a 1 mana spell off our mana rock on turn 2 and affect the board is pretty big. Alright, so we win the die roll, and our hand is kind of cool. It's definitely we're gonna keep this. We have turn 2 Boom Bust in the play again. We also have Mana Tithe and Flame Slash, so, and then we're a little flooded, but Canopies help that for sure. I love these lands. I want these lands in Standard. I want these lands everywhere, honestly. I love lands that make it so flooding is not a problem, and I love lands that make 2 colors and come into play untapped on turn 1. Those are my 2 checklist points for lands that I like. So, would they be too good in Standard? I mean, maybe, but oh boy, we're gonna Tithe the Vial here. Nope. Champion of the Parish. So we're still gonna Tithe this. Just get the Tithe out of the way for now. Get Mana Tithed. And they mulligan this game. And they're a pretty land light deck, so we'll see if they have more than 1 land here. Boom. Boom. Oh. 1 land indeed. Alright, so play the old Canyon and just say go. And we're a little flooded here, but you know, that's what Canyon's for. Getting Ziggy with it, and no play. Currently have 2 1 mana answers to their stuff, so Vantage, alright. Nahiri, alright, so we're going to be just playing Vantage to say go here. Now we have a thing to do with 4 mana, so we're not going to be in a rush sack our lands. They're going to play a Champion of the Parish. And we're going to Mana Tithe this. Also, as soon as they draw Cavern of Souls, our Tithes go dead, so I would guess our opponent is currently unhappy. That would be my guess as to their current mental state. We're also playing Cataracts over Darksteel Citadel because it can make colors of mana. Citadel is vulnerable to some things that, you know, bounce artifacts or Stony Silence, things like that, so no use for an artifact in our deck, so alright, untap, draw, Flagstones, cool. Get Nahiri down. Obviously playing Nahiri, your opponent has 1 land in play, nothing else is pretty good. Quite the ticking time bomb. And a boom. Alright, well, I would suggest our opponent have a really good turn this turn, because they are going to be in big trouble otherwise. Okay. About that. Alright, well, discard the Talisman. Draw Pillage. So we've got 2 LD spells and they only have 1 land. It's kind of sad, you know. Alright, so we're gonna I guess we'll Pillage here, just more mana efficient. You can stack the Canyon instead. Might actually not ultimate Nahiri next turn because they're 20 and they currently have no permanents. So like getting Emrakul and putting them to 5 is just a 15-point Lava Axe, then we lose our Planeswalkers, so probably just chill and plus it again. We're probably stacking his Canopy too, so whatever, Canyon. We have a kill spell and a Stone Rain waiting in the wings. Boom. Discarded a Kessig Malcontents, sure. So we're going to discard a Boom Bust here. Draw a Snow-Covered Mountain, sure. Wrath of God, sure. Prefer not to show them that one, so we'll try and not discard that one. Molten Rain, sure. Pretty comical game state here. Opponent discarded hand size with no permanents in play. We have Nahiri ready to ultimate at a moment's notice, and multiple Stone Rains and stuff. I would define this position as unlosable. Aether Vial, sure. So we can't Pillage and Molten Rain. I don't have Pillage, never mind. What am I talking about? Alright. I guess we just Emrakul now. I guess killing 2 permanents is enough. I can also get my Talisman of Conviction if I really want to. This is the one I want. There it is. Hello, Emrakul. Sweet. Pretty clean game there. Alright, so we're going to bring in our Anger of the Gods. And Purge and Timely both interest me. What does not interest me? I say that we don't really need Chandra in this matchup. Defending our Planeswalkers is probably not going to be super easy, so let's bring those over here. Definitely want the Angers. Well, Flashing Back Anger or Removal Spells isn't bad. Ajani Vengeance also kind of slow. Mana Tithe is pretty awkward too if they have Cavernous Souls, so you probably want to just go down on that effect. Purge is relevant, hitting Mantis Rider and Kitesail Freebooter, that's it. Timely's also pretty fine. Sucks that Mana Tithe is a cheap card, so we're pretty interested in cheap cards, but it is certainly awkward against Cavernous Souls. We're on the draw, so don't think I like Purge. Mantis Rider's pretty good. We have tons of bolts and stuff, so I think I'm fine with this. Could even like shave a Molten Rain or two. But I could see playing a Purge, actually. Just like another 1 extra removal spell. Also, Nahiri can't kill Mantis Rider, so let's try this, I guess. I don't want to leave. To get like 2 Molten Rains. They're pretty light on lands anyway, so maybe we'll leave like 1 Chandra in. Mana Tithe is really awkward, but I really want to be able to defend myself on the draw. Let's try this. Okay. Not the best hand ever, but pretty solid. Turn 1 Bolt, turn 2 Boom. Don't play Vial. Alright. So Vial's the real scary card, unfortunately. If they have Dahlia's scary, pretty scary too, but other bolts. Let's see what they do here. Well, I guess Cavernous Souls isn't that bad for us, right? We're literally a land destruction deck. It's like we can't kill Cavernous Souls. That's very fair. Probably should have left off all of the Mana Tithes. I didn't really think about it like that. Getting Ziggy with it. Black and white for Freebooter. I would kind of like to Purge this, but we're definitely going to Boom this turn. We're just going to Bolt it, I guess. Purge will find a target, so they're going to see our hand, though. So we get the Boom there. Boom there, Ziggy. We're a little flooded here too, unfortunately. We have 0 canopies, so definitely not too cool for us, but and they have a Vial on the play, so that would say this game's not going great for us, but they don't know we have is Vantage. It's the one card they don't know. Alright. I mean, if they put a 1-drop in here, you could be in trouble. Oh, that's cool. They didn't. That's cool. Appreciate that. With them having Vial, it's kind of weird where we like almost just want them to have lands because it's less spells, even though we're stone raining them. Like, right, Vial on 2 for Thalia. It's pretty good. And just say go. Alright, and we are flooding pretty bad, unfortunately. Alright. Is there a reason to wait on bolting? I don't think so. Yeah, we also have Purge or Mantis Rider too, so if they want to fire at a Mantis Rider, we can just kill that first, maybe. Vial stays on 2. Interesting. 2 Canopy Lens and a Champion of the Parish. I mean, I think it's possibly have a second Dahlia here, but realistically all we have is lands, so the taxing effect. I guess if we draw a 4-mana Planeswalker, it's pretty annoying, but okay. So image copying Thalia is a reason to kill Thalia on our turn. That's probably a mistake on my part. They're out of cards though. So that's good for us. Pillage. I guess we just kill the Vial. This makes their canopies worse, so I only have 1 card left. I mean, a lot of cards that mop up here. 2 Wraths, 2 Angers. Any targeted removal spell is fine. We have a lot of big draws here. Just not land if we can, you know? So they're stacking a Canopy. So that's pretty good for us. Means they have probably air in their hand. There's your Cavern of Souls. And they're going to think a little bit here. My instinct tells me they have Mantis Rider, and they were going to slam it. And they're like, oh wait, they have Purge in hand. That's my gut is telling me. Just need to draw some spells, you know. Nope. 2 mana Aether Vial. Could certainly be worse. Oh my god. Come on. Alright, well, unfortunately, if we never draw a spell, we're probably going to be in big trouble here. Couldn't draw a Canopy land either. Good news is that their draw is not particularly cooperating, so as I said. Oh my god. Spell? Okay. Not good for a variety of reasons. Probably shouldn't even play that land, honestly. We have a looting effect and we have Armageddon in our deck, but I don't think it really matters, fortunately. Definitely one of the downsides to a Boros deck is no real way to control our draw step. I think it's going to be pretty hard to get out of this one, because even if they, at 4 life, even if we draw a Wrath or something like that, they just get to vial something in and kill us, so I don't think there's really a way out here. Aside from them, like, missing horribly and us drawing, like, 5 runners in a row. Alright, so there's Mana Strider we're talking about. They have another one? Maybe? So we're going to let them attack before killing it, so they can't put in an image and copy it. Three life points, and now is the time we decide to draw Chandra Torch of Defiance. Oh boy. I don't think they really have any relevant game actions here. We can kill the 3/3 and then hope they have literally nothing, and then Chandra dies. Yeah. Okay, like Dire Reflector Mage. Pump this thing up to 5/5. No Mana Strider, sure. Alright, so pretty lame game there. Reach Droop, 8 lands. Which is a little more than 8 lands, 0 canopy lands. It's a little more than we'd like to draw. But now we're on the play. So on the play, I think we're back in on the Mana Tithe plan on the play. Because we can tithe their vial, which is pretty insane. And I think Purge is still pretty cool. Killing Mana Strider is a pretty big game. I mean, obviously, just like everything's better on the play. Like our Molten Rain's better on the play. Chandra's better on the play. Mana Tithe's better on the play. I don't know how many Molten Rains you can like afford to have in our deck. Maybe we just like don't want Molten Rain. Maybe Pillage is good because it kills a vial, but killing their lands is like not really a reasonable plan. Unless they don't draw any. Ajani Vengeance is pretty mopey though. Just cut a Molten Rain, I guess. Oh man, not cool. Yeah, Mana Tithe on turn 1, but oh god. Oh, opponent keeps 7. Man, we have not drawn very well this match. I don't think we're on a 5 here. We should have turn 2 boom. We have Sunbaked Canyon. I'm just gonna keep. Just ship. If I go drawing Flagstones, I might actually scare them into not playing a vial and playing like Caverns into a creature instead. Just ship the Foundry. We had double white already, so it's fine. Like specifically Flagstones to say I have Mana Tithe, don't play Aether Vial. Play Vantage, it could be Bolt also, so trying to lead our opponent's play here a little bit. Okay. That's a Noble Hierarch. I want to draw. That's exactly what I want to draw. A Wrath or an Anger. Perfect. This is excellent. Obviously, we have no way to know if they have Vial or not, and we like trick them, but we'll just say they do and feel good about it, you know? So, Anger's not bad. I mean, if you have to kill 2 creatures here with an Anger, you feel pretty awesome. And then we just need a follow-up, realistically. Canyon's not bad. We have 4 mana sources. We still have another land for boom bust action. You're getting ziggy with it. Thalia's annoying. Auriok Champion. That's perhaps even more annoying. Okay. That is definitely not cool. Because that card does not die to Anger the Gods, of course. Or Nahiri. We have 2 ways to kill this card in our entire deck. In both of our Wraths. You can also block it with Timely tokens, but... Alright. Pretty good one there. Pretty good one from our opponent. It's not a fast clock, but it's annoying that we couldn't play our card on curve like we wanted to. It's going to be hard to get this Nahiri in play safely. Oh my god. They're going to have so many Auriok champions. I suppose the good news is it's not much of a clock. So you can just like play Nahiri and plus it. But we need to dig for that Wrath of God pretty hard. And a Vial. So I'm going to say they had the Vial on turn 1 and we got them to not play it. Which feels pretty good. Might not be true, but makes me feel good about myself, you know? Hello. How do you do? So, the question is, can we try and play Nahiri first? I kind of don't think we should. I think that's a little too greedy. Especially with an Anger to follow up. Obviously, untapping with our Planeswalker and playing a Wrath of God's awesome, but if we Nahiri now, and they have a Mantis Rider, I guess Mantis Rider's only 5 total damage. Or, I mean, double Thalia's Lieutenant. 1 Lieutenant doesn't do it. It might be safe, actually. I kind of like it, actually. Let's just do it. We're not going to discard anything, though, because I want to be able to play around a Thalia, cast my Wrath. So we're just going to play it in plus. Realistically, we're not really looking for much, so it's kind of, I guess, kind of a giveaway if by not playing anything. We're saying our hand is already made. That's true. And if they had a Thalia, they probably would have jammed it already. I can still just draw land next turn. Alright, we're gonna loot. Another Nahiri. Alright. Try and make our hand not look made and make our Wrath of God to kind of face up. I guess if they do have double Thalia's Lieutenant, we get to just like Wrath them, so. What is this? This is a Mayor of Avbruck? Ugh, that's gross. So again, though, if they have a Lieutenant here, though, they get to kill my Nahiri, I get to just Wrath them and they just have nothing left, so it's not really the end of the world. Alright, it looks like our Nahiri is going to survive, so. Add 1. Lightning Bolt. So, pretty sure we just cast Wrath of God here, plus Nahiri and say go, keeping all the cards in our hand. Yeah, it's classic. The OG. We're going to keep all these cards. We have Anger plus Bolt and a backup Nahiri because they Mantis Rider us. If I were to loot here and discard Nahiri and they draw a Mantis Rider, or they have a Mantis Rider, we feel bad about ourselves, so let's not do that. They're down to 2 cards in hand. They have a Canopy, though, which is annoying. Our Wrath of God was a 4 for 1, which is great. And them starting on Sacking Canopy is awesome. Champion of the Parish, sure. Okay, let's leave this land away. Love to draw Pillage here. Just whitelisted, you know? It's charm life we lead. Okay. Now, do we allow a champion to tickle our Nahiri? Try and set up for a better anger, or do we bolt it? Guess we'll see what they do. Killing Vile's huge, because now they have to operate mostly at sorcery speed, so no worries about end-step activations and things like that. So, black and 1 for Freebooter. This is fine. What does resolve? This is all fine. So they either take the anger or take the bolt, which anger them. Take the anger, which bolt the thingy, and whatever. So suppose it does leave us a little soft to a Mantis Rider, but you kind of like have to take anger here. Otherwise, just anger them. Obviously, that's pretty great for us. So I don't think we. No, they're gonna take the bolt. All right, that's interesting. So tickle Nahiri goes to 3. Then we draw a boom. I think we might be interested in building towards an Armageddon, or just looting it away. Honestly, probably just loot it away. Armageddon would be pretty sweet. Of course, that's the destroy all land, the bust part of this, but I guess like we could probably loot the Nahiri away safely now because they're not going to kill it with a 1 Mantis Rider hit. Yeah, actually, we're going to do that. I'm going to keep this bust. And then we're probably going to cast the Anger of the Gods. Awkward. Alright. Sure. Play Anger. Now we just get back Bolts, and we're just like in insanely good shape here, so. Sounds good, Sack Canopy. They're stone raiding themselves for me. That's awesome. And a third, it's his second Ordoc champion, right? So kind of annoying, but now they have a 1 shot every turn on Nahiri for free, but I guess it's fun. Second Cataracts isn't bad if we're gonna get in, you know. So let's discard our Emrakul, draw Mountain, shuffle, play Cataracts, and say go. I mean, if the board state ends up being Nahiri versus Ordoc champion, I feel pretty good about things. So and they know we have a bolt. Reflector Mage. Alright, so we're just going to kill this, untap it, and get in, so. Flagstones of Trokair. Alright, we're going to loot away the Foundry and try and draw Flagstones. Not that whitelisted. Alright, and then we're just going to cast Bust. And we're left with 2 Cascading Cataracts, which are of course indestructible, and a Nahiri, and they have an Ordoc champion and a Cavern Souls. And champion can only poke Nahiri, so a little tickle goes to 7. On our turn, it goes to fantastic. I think we just keep these cards in our hand goes to 9. The take quota goes to 8, and we get to Emrakul them. So Flagstones, right on time. Or you can wait a turn. Just go up again. I can actually cast any of these Flagstones. So we Emrakul them. They take 15. They lose a champion and a Cavern Soul. They still have cards in their hand. They're still alive. We have nothing at that point. We're going up again. Discard Flagstones, draw Pillage. We can't cast it. Unfortunately. Such a Sego here. The Cataracts are a little awkward, obviously. They don't tap for mana, but... Alright, well, I guess we Emrakul. Yeah, let's just do it, I guess. Get Emrakul. They gain a life. Don't miss that trigger. I'm only killing 2 things here, but can always do the whole Emrakul thing again, you know? We're going to hold this Cataracts in our hand because it's just not doing anything, so we'll loot the Cataracts next turn. I'm sorry, we'll actually loot the Emrakul. I forgot. Probably goes to your hand. Oh, I just died. I know things. Alright. Loot. Discard Emrakul. Shuffle some stuff back in. Kill your land. These graveyards. So many dead lands. Yes, Nahiri being a very compact win condition is pretty nice. Just a 5-card package of things that win the game. And then Planeswalker is also fine by itself. I like Nahiri's not a bad card without Emrakul. It's not great, but it's not, you know, not the worst card ever. So very nice little compact win condition here. Oh, that's not doing much right now. Alright. I guess we're playing land. We'll win eventually. Opponent's Trooper, though. That's for sure. Another Geddon, eh? Probably should have Stone Rain them, so... Plus this. Discard a Nahiri. Sure. Play Timely. Boom. And that's a game. Sweet. That's a nice start. Things are working pretty well, honestly. I'm pretty impressed. We killing lands, taking names. Planeswalkers have played up phenomenally. Nahiri's been excellent. Nahiri was a big part of Modern for a while, but not really much lately. But it's pretty good so far in this deck, you know. This deck obviously looks a little bit like the old like Blood Moon, Chalice the Void decks that played Nahiri sometimes. But, and actually, it's funny, when I saw the original Crack the Earth list we tried, I didn't like the Crack the Earth, so I'm like, hey, maybe we can play Chalice. And I went to build it with Chalice, but losing out on the 1-mana spells just seems ridiculous. And Chalice demands you play Spirit Guide, and things just get kind of like, eh. So, definitely, you know, being able to play these 10 1-mana interactive spells is pretty awesome. And then Nahiri's just been great. Once you have all the kill spells in your deck in the early interaction, your Planeswalkers get much better too, so... Going first, winning die rolls. Okay, so we have our first, just naturally drawn Emrakul. But this hand's pretty sweet, honestly. You should have like turn 1 Bolt, turn 2 Talisman or Bolt, and maybe Bolt, turn 3 Pillage, Chandra. Chandra can flash back the Bolt too, so we're going to keep this. Having Emrakul is not ideal, but we also have a Flagstone, so if we draw a Boom Bust, it's pretty great too. Opponent ball against a 6. Mishra's Bauble. Looking at themselves. So Scalding turn, go. They draw. They want the card on top of their deck, sure. We draw Boom Bust. But you can't obviously cast it if a fetch land in play. Not a problem though. Talisman is here to save the day. Watergrave. Stubborn Denial. Okay. If they're a shadow deck, this could be a hard matchup because they don't really need that many lands. That's kind of scary, honestly. Gurmag Angler is also kind of a pain too. This could be a tough one for us. Stubborn Denial plus 1 mana 10/10s are pretty good here. Yeah, I think I might be in trouble here. Just don't have a lot of ways to kill a Gurmag Angler either. We have our Flame Slashes, but those can't kill Angler, so I think we might be in trouble here. The Purges will help. Not drawing a land won't help. Yeah, they have Shadow here too. Oh, Thoughtseize. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's possible we should have scooped if it's Thoughtseize, honestly. I'd already F6'd. But not sure them are playing Emrakul, so they don't know about Nahiri. I haven't know about Chandra too, so it took the Boom Bust, and they have a Shadow too. Playing Shadow into our Bolt is an interesting choice. So they have Street Wraith. I mean, whatever. Blow me out, Street Wraith. I want you to do it. No? Alright. I mean, we just like can't kill Gurmag Angler, so you know, our biggest way to kill it is Wrath of God or Nahiri, and both of them so many lands in play, so well, maybe, you know, we can find some way out here. I'm not sure what that way out is, but okay. So yeah, this seems like a pretty hard one, honestly. The deck just full of 1 mana spells that kills fast and plays Stubborn Denial. Let's see what we can do here. Purges are definitely in. Relics are in. You might be interested in Rabblemaster. I just don't know how interested we are in our actual LD spells. And it's like kind of awkward because Molten Rain actually kind of helps them a little bit. Like, little chip shot damage is actively bad against them. And like Flame Slash can't even kill anything. This is really, really awkward. I mean, our 4-mana Planeswalkers seem great if we can get there. I would say things like, do we actually want Pillage over Molten Rain because it doesn't damage them? Probably, honestly. Sounds really silly, but... And then we have an interest in Rabblemaster. Just because the LD is so bad. Mana Tithe seems pretty good, all things considered. You know, all their spells, they're so mana efficient that like it should be a 1-mana counterspell most of the time. Nah, we're on the play. I don't think we want this. Let's shave like a Chandra Torch Defiance. Chandra actually seems awful. Just can't kill anything. Like Ajani can lock down a Shadow, and here he can exile a Shadow or a Gangler, but Chandra can't do anything. I might actually take another Chandra out. Maybe like we'll cut like one other card and bring in the Rabblemaster, like try and have a little bit of a juke. Even making a token to have a chump blocker is kind of fine. So you get that first tack in and have a chump blocker if the Rabblemaster dies. So let's shave like probably a Pillage. Bringing in Trinisphere, I don't love it. Once I get a threat down, if all of our stuff costs 1,000,000 mana, it's kind of tough on us. So I don't think I like Trinisphere. And then Timely is bad, obviously. So yeah, I'm thinking fine with this. All right. This hand's not particularly great, but Relic is quite good against them at buying time, so we're going to keep this. Relic makes Angler a pretty difficult proposition in the early game. And then they're going to have to murder themselves to make a Shadow good. We have 2 bolts, so maybe we can like steal a game there. They're also just going to Thoughtseize the crap out of us too, so we're not really going to have a hand anyway. So why keep a good hand when your opponent has Thoughtseize, you know? It's going to be bad anyway. Sure. So we want to draw one of our 4-mana Planeswalkers, if possible. That's our real goal here. I suppose there's an argument for playing the Vantage there, because it's possible we'll draw Boom, want to play this, and then this will come in tapped no matter what. Might have been wrong. So they're already at 12. But of course we have bolts. They can't. Oh, that's 10. So Shadow's currently a 3/3. A little tempted to sack the relic here, but I'm not ready to do that yet. So Pillage. Sure. Plays. Not amazing, but it's a card, I guess. Aether Gust, my Pillage. Alright, we're going to put that on the bottom. Do your worst, I guess. Five cards in hand. Only 2 in the ban and no fetch land here, so playing Angler, even have a Thought Scour. So they get Thought Scour, it's 5 cards. They could go Thought Scour Angler here. You get 2 bolts though. I don't really hate double bolting a threat if I have to, so they're really in the tank. Playing a 5/5 Shadow and saying go. So trying to say they have Stubborn Denial to defend their Shadow. We try and bolt it twice. We're probably just going to upkeep Bolt Shadow twice. And just try and burn a Stubborn Denial here, I guess. I would very happily trade these 2 bolts for that Shadow, so yeah. Alright. Oh, that's even worse. Not really, I guess. Just the same thing. Alright. So it's in the bottom. I mean, if they have a Stubborn Denial also, we're probably super dead. But what are you going to do? I guess if they crack this fetch, we're going to pop the Relic in response and just try and find another bolt. Yeah, just try and get luckier and spike a bolt. Nope. Alright, so I mean, if they have any other piece of interaction, we're just dead. Definitely cannot beat a Stubborn Denial at present. Bottom top. Doesn't tell us much about the card they drew, obviously. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We're drawing live, folks. Wrath of God, off the top. Nope. All right. Yeah, seems like a nightmare matchup for us. Just Stubborn Denial plus 1 mana 8/8s. You know, every card in their deck costs 1, and everything they have outsizes our bolts and slashes and Chandras and Ajani Vengeance. So seems like a very, very difficult matchup. You know, Nahiri the Harbinger doesn't play too well against Stubborn Denial. And Aether Gust's pretty annoying too. So that's fine. Seems really bad on paper. Played out really bad for us. You know, I guess we were drawn to Wrath there at the end. That'd be pretty cool. But Purge seems nice there, but we didn't find Purge. Even then, I doubt 1 Purge would be enough. So seems like a real hard matchup. It's okay. I don't think Shadow's been too popular lately, so it's one of those weird decks. If they have like their, you know, extreme adopters like who just love the deck, but the deck is kind of finicky. It's very, very hard to play. A lot of close games. Struggles with drawing threats sometimes. Does have some the potential for some stupid draws though, like my good buddy Dan Jessup playing for top 8 of an invitational a few years ago. On the play in game 3 of his winning in, went like turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 like Wraith, fetch land, double Death Shadow. They're both 6/6s go on the play. Like, you know, hands like that. I just don't know how you ever lose. You know. All right, round 3. No more 1 black mana for a 5/5, please. No more anything, apparently. Oh, there we go. Ugh, man. You're struggling to put together a nice hand here. What should I mulligan this hand? If we have like 1 Sunbaked Canyon, I might keep this hand. Like if it's Cascading Cataracts or Sunbaked Canyon, I might keep this hand. We do have our Mana Tithe, you know, Talisman, but I just can't keep this. Just a bunch of lands. Alright, I mean, this hand's definitely better. We can keep this. Keep this. Bottom Emrakul. It's pretty easy bottom. We've got Bolt, Mana Tithe, and a Pillage. Opponent mulligans to 5. Okay. Inspiring Vantage, Goblin Guide. Okay. Another spot where are all the Tron decks, you know? All the Tron decks and the Valakut decks and stuff, you know? Opponents are being a little annoying today. Alright. We're gonna play Inspiring Vantage, we're gonna say go. And we'll see what they do. Gonna need to draw some lands here, but the fear is if we bolt this. Alright, never mind. So now we're just gonna bolt something. So the fear is Eidolon. We might be able to Mana Tithe possibly. Alright, I think we're trading our Tithe here. I guess by bolting this Spirit just does the same thing basically. Problem is Tithe's gonna go dead pretty quick and it's hard to leave it up. I have 1 card left. I guess we just kill a Sphere here. Just like saves 2 damage. We Tithe the Lava Spike. We're gaining 1 life essentially, so it's pretty bad for us. We'll leave Goblin Guide in play and try and clear top of our deck a little bit. Goblin Guide can't unfortunately find us lands, but oh, there you go. Okay, not bad. Alright, so we're at 13. We're not in amazing shape, but they only have 1 card, man, so hopefully they draw Eidolon and play it. Our hand's pretty chunky here. It's pretty chunky. I think Mana Tithe just got off the menu. Top card is another Nahiri. Oh my god. Oh boy. Well, they're F6. They don't have any spells. It's pretty good for us. Just need to find a land here. Lava Spike. Alright. Things are getting a little sketchy. There's a land. Okay. Would I rather untap with Nahiri in play? Or Chandra? I guess Chandra. Chandra minusing Nahiri. I'd rather just plus it, so... Play Chandra and minus. Yeah, because Nahiri can exile an Eidolon. So kill that. We get to untap. We have Nahiri plus double Mana Tithe backup. So this is an important turn for us. Wow, okay. Alright. And actually, Chandra Acolyte Flame is also insane. So now you get to have to race up our Nahiri a little faster. I don't think it actually changes the clock, but play Nahiri. Loot. You draw a land, changes the clock. Molten Rain. Not quite. But 2 Mana Tides here against only 2 lands. I'm actually feeling pretty awesome about this game now. Well, they are at 20, so it's not like an Emrakul shot actually finishes them. Oh, God. So, if we assume their card in hand's a land, and they just draw Lava Spike and kill us, we have to just double Tithe here. Also means we're free to cast spells on our turn and not worry about leaving mana up, so... Alright, they have 1 card in hand, and we are at 6. Can we survive? They drew a land, and a bolt. We are at 3. We are hanging on by a thread. We can Pillage and Molten Rain, which actually is pretty good. Let's plus here. Discard on Nahiri. Chandra has no relevance anymore, so... Another Molten Rain? That's actually insane, because now Emrakul kills them, it just didn't matter. They're already at 15, so... Alright. I mean... Molten Rain, Molten Rain. This cuts off a lot of their outs, and then they can't drop Boros Charm, Lightning Helix, etc., etc. So, this is it. They have to draw a Lava Spike or a Lightning Bolt, and they've already cast 2 spikes and 2 bolts. So I believe they only have 4 outs. Otherwise, we're going to Nahiri and Emrakul and kill them next turn. They're on a 4-outer. We're saying go. I think we might have done it. Big Mama. Finish things for us. And over to the fat lady sinks, as the saying goes. And Emrakul's a large mama. Alright. That was pretty good for us, honestly. Definitely feel a little fortunate to have won that game. So, we got Purge. We got Timely. Trinisphere is interesting. Doesn't make our cards, like, it only seems good against combo, realistically. Like, if we make their cards expensive, make our cards expensive too. So, like, now our bolts cost 3 and stuff. Don't really love it. Anger of the Gods might also just be on the menu. I would say that... What are our bad cards here? Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. It's just like random pillages just seem bad. Chandra can flash back a bolt and stuff. I mean, maybe we just don't want Anger. Wrath's kind of cool because it can kill an Eidolon without taking damage. It's kind of like a nice thing to have access to. Anger Curse better, though. Just don't want these Wraths. So we have 8 spot removal spells and 2 master removal spells. We only have 12 creatures, so... I guess Mana Tithe is also pseudo creature removal. Could be, maybe. I guess Timely is also somewhat creature removal because you just make blockers. So yeah, I think I like this. Again, I don't think Trinisphere is great, especially in the draw. Like, it's not like we're casting it early, you know, it's more of an anti-combo card than anything else. Okay, Timely Reinforcements keep. It's really as simple as that. Having a Flame Slash and a Flagstones and a Boom Bust, also great, but... Basic Mountain Go. You'll love to see it. You can say probably have an Eidolon, though, which is not cool, but... Right, they didn't see Mana Tithe in game 1, so... Not super likely they'll play around it. Yeah, they have turn 2 Eidolon here, because things are a little gross, but... They're going to bolt us, sure. Definitely need to draw land. Not a 6-drop. Not another 4-drop, I mean... Yeah, there's your Eidolon. That's not land. Alright, we gotta kill this Eidolon. She can't take any more damage than 2 from it, so... Please draw land. Playing 24 for a reason. And 2 signets, or whatever. Talismans. Skewer the critics, we're at 11. Please draw land, please draw land, please draw land, please draw land. Yes. It's a good one, too. Alright. Timely while they're tapped out means no Skullcrack. Go up to 17 with 3 blockers. Wowzers. And they're not even, they can't even attack. That's amazing. That's just incredible. Sunbaked Canyon's awkward, but I would say getting Chandra in play is a pretty big game. Chandra means we can play Boom immediately, and then we can Nahiri next turn, and hopefully Molten Rain also. We get Nahiri in play right now. I think like do some work on it. Yeah, I want to get Chandra in play first. Chandra red Boom is pretty good. Alright, so we take 4. It's fine. Search for land. I feel pretty happy at 12 with them only having a 1 card in hand. It's a long way to go. We can use Chandra to not tap this Sunbaked Canyon also maybe next turn. Rift Bolt, sure. Boom again. Kind of like that. I think we're just going to Nahiri and Boom. We'll take 1, but plus Nahiri. Bitch of Molten Rain. Oh, that's nice. Okay, and then red. We're just gonna Boom our Canyon. I don't ever want to tap his Canyon again, so. Chandra should allow us all the mana we need. And they could, like, double up here to kill one of our Planeswalkers, but we'll still have the other one, so... Torch of Defiance is really, really good. Oh, they're going face. So the big thing here is they just don't have a Skullcrack, which they can't have, and the game is over. So we're going to block with everything, because I actually want these all to die. So our next Timely's better. And if they have no spell, it's also pretty good too, so... Alright, well... Flagstones. So we're doing everything. The game's just over. Red. Molten Rain. Land. Timely. Flawless victory. Alright. This deck's kind of gas, honestly. Got a little lucky in that game 1, but this deck's pretty sweet. Again, Shadow seems kind of unwinnable, but everything else felt pretty good. I mean, and Burn doesn't seem great for us, you know, like, I think we would rather play against Tron, obviously, but just slower decks that are not playing a lot of 1-drops And obviously Burn, Shadow, Humans all don't really fit in that paradigm. And then Jund, of course, also has Ren and 6. So all seem kind of scary, but this hand's weird. On the draw, with a Talisman, 2 lands, and 4 Planeswalkers, they're playing Jund. I would snap this hand off. So we're obviously going to keep this. They'll be playing Tron. I kind of want to keep. Let's see how it goes. We have a little faith in our deck too. We just draw any LD spell or removal spell, and things feel pretty awesome. Like any of our 10-1 drops, 4 Boom Bust are all insane draws. Land is good too, obviously. Sure. Steamvent Sulfur Falls, go. Okay. Alright, I mean, I might get counterspelled here, but we'll conceal our Flagstones and our Cataract. Never going to show them what we're doing yet. Man, sure. Could be a Blue Moon deck. Means our Talisman's pretty important. Thing in the Ice, sure. Chandra's pretty good there. I don't know if we'll actually get there or not, though. Alright, so you can play Acolyte of Flame, or to recast a Talisman. Play Acolyte of Flame and plus. Can they flip Thing in the Ice next turn? That would suck. Maybe just Ajani Vengeant it, or Nahiri it. Yeah, that seems pretty cool. Alright. I'll just play Chandra and plus it. Alright, do your worst. So either they're able to play a bunch of spells, flip Thing in the Ice, and kill my Chandra, in which case they're tapped out. We get to kill Thing in the Ice. Or they can't kill it. We just play Chandra and -4 on it. Or deal 4, whatever. Let's see what they're capable of here. Those Flame Slashes, been looking pretty good a lot of these games. They're saying go, right? Lightning Bolt. If they have another reman, things get pretty ugly here. But I don't think we really have a choice in the matter, so... And again, same thing, we just play one of these Planeswalkers to deal with it next turn, so... Alright. Let's play Chandra. Deal 4. Cool. And plus. Alright, I mean, all feels pretty cool to me. What are they up to over there? I mean, this has been a pretty weird game so far. The thing is that any of their, what could their hand be? If it's counter spells, they should be casting them. If it's cantrips, they should be casting them. If it's removal spells, it's probably Lightning Bolt, in which case they should be casting them. Their hand can't be all pats and pushes. They're going to get Mystic Sanctuary and put Reman on top of their deck. Okay. They're going to play Ral, Is It Viceroy? Damage to target creature. Sure. Sure. So put the Reman in the graveyard, take a card. I mean, alright. So we're just gonna kill Ral. We can bolt Flashback Bolt. We can bolt Ajani. Nahiri's obviously very appealing, but the problem is also against them, Nahiri's not even that good because they have the Cryptic Command. They can tap the Emrakul before it can attack. I think I just plus Chandra, Ajani, bolt this, play bolt. So Yeah, Johnny. We'll have Mana Tithe up too, which is pretty sweet. So play Johnny. Freaking Planeswalker party here. Red. Talisman. Shock. Helix that. Plus Acolyte of Flame. Pump the squad up. Bolt that. Shrug. Your turn. Mana Tithe at the ready. Sup, opponent? What's up? What you got for me? Looks like Blue Moon. We just haven't had any Blood Moons. Remand, Thing in the Ice, Basic Aeons, Ral, all makes sense for Blue Moon. Sinkhole my Chandra. It's dead. Mystic Sanctuary, back Sinkhole. It's kind of annoying, but sure. Play Opt. And they have a Sinkhole in their hand now. Oh my god, they're gonna get Mana Tithe into Oblivion. Oh my god. Oh, don't. Oh my god. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. Oh yeah, there's no way. There's no way you can't scoop there. There's just no way. I mean, that is just astoundingly backbreaking. Whew. Good sport about it too. I like that. All right, let's bring some boils in and show him who's boss. Oh my god, that's great. All right, so we're gonna bring in our boils and our Rabblemasters and maybe Relic. What do we not want? We don't want Wrath of God. Don't want that many bolts, if any, honestly. Thing that's certainly annoying, but like we can just kill it with things. We have ways to kill it. Did not see that coming. I'll bet. I'll bet. I thought there were Phoenix. We could like have access to Purge, but this Purge kills like Aria Flame. I think they're just Blue Moons, so I guess if they're able to resolve a Blood Moon, we can't cast our white cards anymore. Unless we have a Talisman, so we have no planes in our deck, but like Talisman's a nice out, and most of our cards are red anyway, so I think I just want some relics, honestly. Might cut a land too, actually, on the draw. Let's cut a land. Relic, let's cut like a... Let's cut a mountain. We're on the draw. Relic cycles. And I want to make sure that I have enough gas here. Kind of like this. Boil. God, I can't wait to boil them. I want a third boil on my sideboard. Just need more boils in my life. It's not great. It's definitely not great. I mean, we're once again drawing to a lot of good cards here. Opponent keeps 7. You slash for Thing. A little faith, I guess. I'm gonna keep. It's not great, but I think having a quantity of cards is pretty important. RLD is not going to be amazing on the play either, so or on the draw. Ugh. Suppose if we have to draw a 5th land, that one makes more sense. It makes the most sense, so. Play Thing in the Ice? No? Not cool. That was a good draw. I mean, I'll take that. Show a little conviction here. Spell Snare. That hits literally... I'm sorry, it hits Boom, too. How many other cards, though? Alright. How about a Molten Rain or a Pillage or something? Rabblemaster? I can mess with that. The real prize of the Planeswalkers is this kind of just a little cog in the machine here. They left their bolts in. Alright. Try to manage those Planeswalkers, I guess. So next turn is... This is a Cryptic Command turn. This is kind of gross. I'm pretty sure we're just jamming here, unfortunately. Because make them practice lands. They can't get Mystic Sanctuary. And we're going to jam Nahiri, I think. Remand. Not cool. Let's take a Mystic Sanctuary remand here. Mystic Sanctuary is the worst. Just awful, awful design. Mystic Sanctuary again, this time for Lightning Bolt. They're putting it on top. It's interesting. Not really sure what Lightning Bolt does here. Alright, rip it. I mean, imagine we're getting like Cryptic locked here or something. Definitely wouldn't mind having one big Chandra on the board. I like big Chandra a lot. Definitely really good in spots like this. Just having a nice uncounterable card. Definitely a card I'd be interested in. That's I guess there are a few big Chandras. Brazen Borrower. I'm referring to Chandra Awakened Inferno, the uncounterable Chandra. Seems quite good against these Cryptic Command decks. While having value in other places too, but alright. I mean, let's just start Flame Slash, see what they do. I have 4 cards left, so I have an idea. Let's try this one. Yep. That's another Mystic Sanctuary. Ugh. Oh, Basic Mountain. And a Ral again. Sure. Can I resolve both Planeswalkers here? Wow. Maybe. Could have mystical. No, that's not a relevant card. The Planeswalker's not blue. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna fire off here, right? Chandra and Nahiri. I don't know what 1 mana card can really stop us here. Could have Sinkhole, obviously, but can't kill both of them, so sure. Cool. It's not too bad. I like Ral. I'm a Ral fan. Not the most exciting Planeswalker, but pretty durable. It does a lot of things that isn't good at. It's pretty durable, and then it kills larger creatures. There's your thing in the ice, sure. Oh, Emrakul. Alright. Looskies. Goodbye, Emrakul. Trying to land, kind of lame. I guess we'll like Sunbaked Canyon first. before we Chandra. Let's see if we want to do something else. Can't really play. I guess that doesn't play on remand, I guess. We're going to cast a number of remands, though. Brutal. They're bouncing their Sanctuary. Oh, sure. All right. Not bouncing my Nahiri on 8. Guess that's fine. I mean, now they're kind of like have things locked up with Ral. They can just like play Sanctuary, draw Cryptic, and just do this every turn. Really, I just there's some things I just can't get over, and one of them is Mystic Sanctuary. I just can't even fathom how they like design that card. They're like, yeah, this card's a good idea. It's gonna make for fun gameplay. You know, like some cards just like it's not even like it's oppressively good or anything. It just like just couldn't be a worse designed card. Yeah, so they bin Jace, they have Cryptic again. I don't think we really have any outs anymore. So feature like a good spell and boil. Even then they have this thing, which is gonna ultimate next turn, so. It's not a spell. Okay, I mean, sure. I don't know if we can beat the ultimate and the thing in the ice, but I guess we're just saying go. End step Snapcaster Mage. Sure. I get the Sinkhole with... Yeah, so we can boil them here. It just doesn't even matter, though. If they're going to Sinkhole, they have a Cryptic Command, Sinkhole my Nahiri, and then we could boil, and they Cryptic it, and then we get the Mana Tithe, but like they just have Thing in the Ice and the ultimate looming, so we're just not going to show them boil, so it's fine. So, that'll be a tough game there. The card Remand is quite good against us, but now we're on the play, so sweet. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave everything, I think. I don't know about cutting a land anymore, though. Maybe, like... Maybe shave a... Relic's, like, pretty solid, honestly. Just kind of, like, hangs out. Makes a lot of their cards worse. Makes Mystic Sanctuary worse. I'm gonna cut a Molten Rain. I want to be a little more threat dense, I think. I should cut Pillage, I mean, Pillage is worse. Bring land back in. I don't want to stop all lands. Even though we were kind of flooded that game, we got to make our 3rd and 4th land drops, I think, on time before their counter spells come online. So let's try this. Definitely a deck that wants to be on the play. So come on. Oh God. I mean, if you promised me I was drawing 2 lands in a row, I'd keep this, but we just can't keep this end. That's why I boarded the 24th land back in. We can't afford to miss a land drop. All right. Oh. All right. I mean, I guess we're keeping and just trying to draw a land off this Relic. Ideally, we just draw a land. We get to go Talisman, draw off Relic, and then we're in great shape. But I'm not going to 5. That sucks. That's a bad way to end the video. At least our opponent also mulligan, you know? Alright, Flame Slash is gone. Right. There's no room for interaction in his hand. Could ship Molten Rain. I guess the boom is actually pretty sketchy right now. I don't have a way to use it profitably. They have Thing on 2. I'm going to want to kill it. All right, I'll go to Boom here. Boom requires we draw one of our other combo-y cards. So, best case scenario, we just draw land next turn. Worst case scenario, we'll pop our Relic and try and draw land off that. Draw land our hand's pretty fine, honestly. You know, being on the play with the Talisman means it might be able to get this Boil in there and kill a couple lands. Pretty good game. I'm looking at 5. I'd love to see that. Nothing more comforting than you're keeping a really sketchy 6 because you just have to, and you're just watching your opponent mulligan to 5 and knowing that you're not going to get like run over on a good 7. You know, it's going to be a pretty fair game. So, all right, here we go. Can we draw a land? Yes or no? All right. Steam Vents. Draw. Did it. Oh. Boom Bust, where art thou? All right, I'm a little scared of Spell Snare here, but we're still just doing it. Opt, much more likely, so sweet. All right. I mean, we're rolled up for a quick boil here. It's pretty sweet. Crack your lineup by thinking this. You will play Thing in the Ice. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. Alright. Well, we got our card back. So let's just Flame Slash and Boom here. Obviously, we're like building up the boils. Like killing lands 1 by 1 is kind of weird, but I think we're pretty happy about it, so. Still pretty hard to turn this down, so. It's not really funny because they have Force Negation. I actually want them to do it. So like this becomes a Inhibitor Rock, and we still kill all our lands with the Boil. They have 4 cards left, 1 land in play. We're working our way up towards something nice here, hopefully. I think I'm actually pretty happy. Just like, all right, so we drew the land for Boil. They're just like never gonna tap out though. It's gonna be hard to get them to Boil. I kind of want to guess Molten Rain on this island and try and get them to just like counter it and just do some more stuff. And I don't think just like playing land and like leading up Boil is a good idea here. It just doesn't really help us out too much. Opt response, sure. Like, I'm really happy to kill 2 lands with this Boil. So it's not like we're like, well, you're killing their lands. We're just gonna kill all their lands anyway. Like, you know, the more mana they have, the easier it is for them to leave counterspells up. So, all right. And now we're gonna pop Relic for Planeswalker. That's the Talisman and the Mana Tithe. Tilt. All right. You gonna Spell Snare me? You gonna do it this time? Alright, sure. Much rather save this Mana Tithe for defending our Boil, so. Alright, I guess, sure. This is the weirdest Boil game of all time, but bolt me, sure. That sucks. So they play probably one of like the 1 or 2 lands in their entire deck I can't boil. So that just feels horrible. Because obviously I would love to pillage that instead, and they draw runner lands too. Else. This is so awkward. Alright, we're gonna crack the canopy. Yikes. Alright, that's kind of cool, actually. Molten Rain. Defend it with Mana Tithe if they have a remand. Alright, so cool. Some chip shot damage. We killed their non-island. Still building towards Boil plus Mana Tithe. Obviously, this Emrakul's just a dead card, but Ajani Vengeant. We're not playing that into a counterspell. Just saying go here. Trying to find a spot to boil them. Now we could just jam Boil right now, and they counter it. They might only have remand to counter it. We can untap and do it again, or Johnny. We're gonna Boil here. Haters. Just raw dog Snapcaster Mage. God, you love to see it. Alright, so Relic. So we just jam a Johnny and I guess Helix the Snapcaster Mage. We know that they have no lands in their hand, so they have to draw a land like this turn, basically, to bolt my Ajani. Crap. I double tapped the F6 on their turn, and they had F6 also, so I went back to my turn immediately. And because they had F6 too, it just blasted right through. So that feels awful, but sure. It's fine, we'll just skip an entire turn, we're still going to win. Rabblemaster, love it. Still had all these Mana Tithes. And I even gave text to their Textless land. The ultimate insult. Definitely an argument for just playing Nahiri there, but ooh, that's so bad against Ajani. Alright, I think this game is officially over. Force negation. That's pretty sweet. Sure. You got me. Just dead in 2 turns anyway, so. Sweet. I mean, that was a pretty sweet league. I'm not gonna lie. You know, this is a. I wouldn't call it the first draft. I would say I guess the Crack the Earth version was the first draft, but this was my first draft of a no Crack the Earth version of his deck, and that felt pretty good. I mean, I think there's some things we can refine for sure, but that felt kind of awesome. The Boom Busts are obviously great. The Mana Tithe is awesome. The Planeswalkers are good. The Nahiri package is great. The Sideboard felt pretty good. Talismans worked out really well. Little Chandra was great. That was sweet. This is definitely a possible deck. Of course, I'm recording this on Thursday. You're watching it on Monday, and I'm playing in some Magic Online Mox tournament. My QPs or whatever are expiring, so I'm playing in it. I don't know how the whole Magic Online system works really, but I'll play this deck in that tournament, honestly. So hopefully I'll win, and you'll hear about it before this video, I guess. But definitely a cool deck. Definitely a pretty interesting take on Ponza. Or not Ponza, but LD. From the usual red-green varieties. Deck's sweet. That's all I gotta say. That's all I got. That's my analysis. Deck is sweet. Deck is sweet. So, That's it for me this week. Of course, Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. Don't forget, there's a companion article to this video and all my videos on CoolStuffInc.com. I do a video Monday and article Friday. Hop on over to CoolStuffInc.com proper, read that article, possible updates I might want to do, things like that. And of course, use promo code JIM5 for 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. And that gets you not only 5% off your order, which is great, but a free Jim Davis Goblin token. Free. These are awesome. Super, super cool art. Super, super cool. So again, promo code JIM5, 5% off your order, CoolStuffInc.com, and a free Goblin token. And otherwise, I'll see you on Friday for my article. And of course, every week here on CoolStuffInc.com, providing you excellent free content every weekday, videos, articles, never a paywall. CoolStuffInc.com's got you covered. All right, folks, I love you. I'm Jim Davis, and I'll see you guys next time.